Attention, field reporters! Got news? Report it to the What's News With You Field Reporter hotline. Call 412-679-NEWS to submit your news report to the podcast. Call 412-679-NEWS to submit your news report to the podcast. Check basic rates before making calls. Price may vary by plan. Now, WNWY. Reports across the globe from What's News With You. With comedians Josh Johnson and Ashley Gavin. And you, our reporters in the field. What's News With You?
Also, can we just, Tommy Brennan, thank you for being here.
Thanks for being our guest anchor.
Our guest
today.
anchor.
Thank you for having me.
You're on tour with Nikki Glazer. You're opening for her, which looks so sick.
It's very fun.
You met Guy Fieri.
We did, yeah. He was... Can I just say one thing about him? It was the funniest thing. I had to bring him on stage. And,
he went on stage.
Yeah, he guest introed Nikki.
Attention whore.
So and in like Austin, he's like, everyone worships him. So it was like I ended
this
my
sounds
set,
like a very Austin thing.
and it was so Austin, and I was like, hey, we have a guest, we have a special guest to bring up your headliner tonight, whatever. And I brought him up, but I was just like, hey, can I introduce you as like the mayor of Flavortown? And he was like, yeah. And then he goes, also, it's Fieri. And he said it like 3 times, like without me asking. He was like, get the name right. And I was so scared. My whole set, I'm up there going, I'm going to fuck up his name. And then I nailed it. I really leaned in. It was
Did
almost
he acknowledge that you nailed it?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's like kind of got he's got like an 80s rock star vibe. I think he was doing it to be like, before you ask, it's this. I think he was
know
like,
what your name is? I saw your hair from down the street.
I would have said Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
For him to even be like, before you ask,
yeah,
is a little crazy.
It was okay.
That is a little insane to be like, before you ask how to get it right.
Yeah.
He changed his name, by the way. That's not his.
Oh, really?
His legal name was Guy Ramsey Fieri.
Thank you.
Fieri.
Ooh, so then Gordon Ramsay came in. Gordon Ramsay came in, took Ramsey. He can't be Chef Ramsay anymore.
Ramsay.
Yeah. And then Fieri, that's for the food he makes, Fieri is too trash.
Right, no, for sure.
So honestly, you should call that man Chef Boyardee.
Wait, but he made up the name. I think I looked this up. It's not even a family name, right? It's like way back in time. Guy Ramsey Fieri.
Say his whole name again, because is his name actually Guy?
His name is Guy Ramsey Fieri.
That is an awful name.
That's awful. Naming their kid Guy.
Guy Ramsey Fieri is amazing.
Guy Ramsey Fieri.
I've known 2 other dudes named Guy, and they look like Guy.
So apparently, I mean, this is what happened to my family, but it was a story. His grandfather was Giuseppe Fieri. And then he anglicized it when he moved here to Fieri.
And then he is taking it
then
back.
He took it back.
Yes.
He's reclaiming.
Yes. Okay.
Reclaiming.
Good on him. Yeah, good on him. I'm just saying, like, if you let millions of people call you Guy Fieri for whatever 20 years, at a certain point you got to accept that like there's a hard R in there.
And I was excited to say it.
Yeah.
We don't get the opportunity to hard R very often.
And then he, hit him with a
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Like, am I supposed to call you Hernandez when I'm pronouncing your last name? Like, that just feels more racist to me.
I think it.
Because I can't.
Right, it's like that's not our dialect.
This is the thing. You're supposed to say the name the way you see it. This is to me. This is what I've always done. You're supposed to say the name the way you see it, unless someone tells you otherwise. Because exactly like that, it's like Hernandez to me feels like say Hernandez. Once you start trying to do the wavy over the E and the N, now it seems like you're coming at me.
Yeah.
That's too much allyship.
Very patronizing.
Yeah.
It seems like what would happen on Fox News, and then they go, "What?
Yeah.
What?
That's how it's.
Isn't that your name?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's.
Yeah.
So I think
Are
you're
we
supposed
making
to
you
just,
uncomfortable right now?
Yeah,
It's
by
like,
saying your
just
name in America.
Oh my God.
You know, so I just think that you're supposed to say it the way you see it, and we've all seen. I haven't seen anything floating over the R this entire time. It's been Guy Fieri when it's been on the Dish, you know, the Dish network where they do the cable guide and they tell you like his show is coming up.
Josh, sometimes you have some insane pulls. The Dish Network TV guide screen.
Yeah, like when you hit, or when you had DirecTV.
How do you
hit
have enough
menu.
hours in the day to consume all the internet content and then
When are you
just
scrolling through
casually
cable?
scroll through
Yeah,
the
but
Dish guide screen?
I don't even know if that
You
show is
just
on
pulled
anymore.
the Dish guide screen
You
out.
shouldn't be able to put out an hour a
But
week.
that's an old pull.
If you're watching the Dish guide screen, that is a person with so much time on their hands.
Yeah, but that's an old pull. That wasn't like this weekend.
No,
Yeah.
I think you're watching
I
it.
think you got Dish Network
Yeah.
still.
No, I had DirecTV. I never had Dish.
Okay.
I'm just saying, my friends had Dish. I'd go over. They'd be like, "You want to watch
You
something?"
know what a guide is.
Yeah. What? Wait, how did you get dismissive of me? That was what mental jujitsu?
you
That
know,
was incredible.
I don't appreciate you pulling bits from your first year of stand-up comedy. Hey, you remember the Dish guide? I don't appreciate it. You're like, I can't use this one on my YouTube channel. It's too old and dated.
No. Look, all I'm saying is I've never seen the marks over the name. So we were not wrong saying Fieri.
Yeah.
Guys,
But I know
this has
that-
been your regular 20 minutes of Guy Fieri talk at the beginning of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for instigating it. Usually we have to tell the guest, hey, we're going to do 20 minutes on Guy Fieri.
I had an organic way to bring it up.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, what's news with you?
So I saw a lady cough like a cat, and that was something that I'll never be rid of
Where
in the
were
back
you?
of my mind.
Paint the picture.
So I was in France, and
That's the place to do it.
That
Yeah.
might just be how they cough.
Yeah,
I
because they're
was-
kind of cats themselves.
I was in France, and they actually have a cat like they have cat cafes in Europe that are like the actual cat cafe that you would imagine. So there's just a bunch of cats roaming in there, as opposed to like
The
what.
separate room.
Yes. So what people will do, this is a bait and switch, because I went to a Shiba Inu cafe, right? So what they love to do is make little videos here and there where it's like the dogs walking around the tables and people petting the dogs while they just casually talk to their friend. Turns out you get there, that whole ad was misleading. There's a separate room, separate from the cafe. You can't bring your coffee down in front of these dogs and everything. You go downstairs and then you pet the dogs and get playtime with the dogs, who also you can't like initiate
Josh,
with.
it's very important that the coffee come with him into the Shiba
No,
Inu.
I don't even drink coffee. I'm just saying that in the ad, they made it seem like the coffee and the dogs were one, right?
Yeah.
And so now it's like you go through
I'm
the
a fan of the
cafe.
cat cafe, even when they're separated. I just
Really?
gotta say.
It feels really shoehorned in. And it's like it's got to be separate?
No, yeah. So this is what's so crazy about it being
It
separate.
has to be separate for
If
health
it's
reasons.
separate, then you just going to a place where you're not sure why they're keeping these dogs here. At least when it was a cafe where everybody was just mingling, you're like, all right, the dogs like being here. They like being around the coffee.
And it's part of the vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And
Don't worry about it. It follows every show.
Be like if you guys were like, this is a dog podcast, but we were just doing the podcast.
We're gonna do
and
the
then there were
podcast
a bunch of
over
dogs
there.
over there.
Yeah,
by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Said all that to say that there was a
We
lady.
should have a dog podcast.
It would be fire. Yeah. Just be petting a dog the entire
God,
time.
no riffs would go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone would lose focus.
Yeah. So then passed by this lady in the cafe, not a cat cafe, but she clearly had something in the back of her throat, and she started off with a little
Yep.
deep
Revving
deeper,
it up.
yeah.
Revving it up.
And then she started like actually trying to cough it, but she was putting her head forward too.
Like
when
a
she
cat.
would do it. Like a cat.
Guys, I'm
Like
going
a
to put
cat.
something out there.
Yeah.
Is it possible that this woman's a cat?
No, my eyes aren't that bad.
No.
This was this,
I didn't mean
this was a
literally.
woman.
I didn't mean literally.
Yeah.
I meant like, is she an anamorph?
Could be.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
that would
sounds
be
like
fire.
she was coughing up a hairball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so she's just like, and at first I thought she was choking, but then it was too much airflow both ways
Yes, yeah.
for it to be choking.
Right.
And then she's like, and I was like, man, this is nasty.
Was she older?
I wouldn't call her older.
So
no.
not like old enough where it's like her body no longer coughs
Right.
normally.
Yeah.
You know, like
wait.
like my
Wait,
grandma's
wait.
90, and when she coughs, like it's like scary.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like it's like a whole body thing. And I'm scared that she's going to fall apart when she coughs.
What?
Yeah, because she's tiny. She's like 80 pounds. She's 100. She's 92. And it's like, I don't think her body has a normal, like the diaphragm just doesn't cough
Yes.
the way it used to.
Yeah. And also, just as you get older, I see this in myself. Like when I have to make a noise sitting down or standing up, that's not something I want to do.
Nah.
Yeah. So I saw this lady coughing, and I was like, that's very nasty. She coughing exactly like a cat. It's like there's 3 hairs in the back of her throat that she can't get out, and she's doing everything but throwing up.
Okay, cool. Should I do my news?
Yeah, do your
Real quick,
news.
just for an insert, because I don't think we got it. Could we introduce our guest as well as the name of the show?
What is your problem, Alex?
Welcome to What's News with You, the news show about everything that's not in the news. I'm Josh Johnson.
I'm Ashley Gavin, and you're not going to get anything out of this.
We're joined by our guest
If
anchor.
you were hoping to be enlightened today about what's going on, you're going to know less.
Yeah.
The time that you take to watch this program, you'll have missed some major updates somewhere else.
Yeah, and look, is it really that bad? Because the updates are coming whether you know them or not. So might as well spend some time with us.
And I agree. Is it really that bad out there? I think that's a great question, Josh. I'm glad you asked that. Is it
That's not
as
what
bad
I
as
said.
things seem?
No, that's not.
Josh Johnson.
That's not what
Yeah. Everything's sensationalized.
No.
We get it. We get what you're saying, Josh.
No.
Yeah.
No. But Ashley has news. What's your news, Ashley?
Yes, thank you.
We still haven't introduced me.
Oh, I thought you were going to
introduced
cut
you.
that in later.
Tommy
Oh yeah, we
Brennan.
did. We jumped right to Guy though.
Yeah, that's true. We
Oh,
went.
okay,
I was
that's my
like,
bad,
whoa, yeah. Talk about Guy Fieri.
Then we're good. Then we can go to...
But that's a better intro, anyways.
Anything? Well, I don't even know. Like, I love your comedy. Like, whenever I'm watching reels and yours come up, I stay to watch.
That's huge.
Because you always go in a creative direction that I don't see coming. But the setups are still like, it's a very fun combo of like traditional stand up and a little bit of whimsy in the take that like I'm.
Try to be kind of goofy sometimes.
Yeah. I also love your windbreakers. You're kind of huge for your windbreakers.
I've been wearing too much of them, probably.
What? No.
I don't know. It kind of became the whole brand last year, which is fun. I like it.
I got a windbreaker and I thought of you immediately.
And I love that.
Hey, Jen.
Oh, hey,
Hi, honey.
what am I doing here?
Would you grab my windbreaker?
So you did, yeah.
I was wondering if that's what it was. I was like, why is she taking the mic?
I had a
kidding
hunch
me?
you wanted your
For the
windbreaker.
mic for that?
And then,
God,
No.
it was like a show of force. It was like a weird
You
dominance
always
thing.
have to be showing force.
Yeah.
Like Josh was saying earlier, as long as you're showing force. I was trying to do a callback to when you said things
no,
weren't so
I could
bad.
feel it coming.
Hey, can I point something out?
Yes.
Because this was my goal going into today. I was not going to fall for the white excellence high five, and I haven't yet.
You know,
We haven't even gotten close.
there was a
I watched
moment.
the Alex Dragovich episode, and he got about
Man.
4 minutes in.
The
I was like,
only
what
person,
the hell?
too.
There was a moment where we could have done it, and I restricted because I read a comment that was like, it was too
Whoa.
much white excellence. And I was like, all right, I'll cool it.
Yeah.
Wait a second. We might have the same one.
Are you serious?
Oh, wait, no.
Ooh, that's the
Mine with
Sprite
this-
one.
Oh, is this Lacoste? This is nice.
That
A
one.
fan gave this to me.
This
Wow.
is great. That's a
She
good
heard
fan
me
gift.
say on my other podcast that I wanted a windbreaker, but I hadn't found the perfect one, and she just gave this to me. And when when you
Man.
don't know what the other options are and you get one that works, you know,
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
not thinking about it. You're not like, oh, what windbreaker
magical.
could I have? Because there's so many great windbreakers.
Yeah.
That looks like the cup.
Man, I've also been given a few that suck. And that's a tough moment. where they hand you one, and I'm
your
like,
fans give you Windbreaker?
I've gotten a few,
That's so cool.
but they've been like bad ones, or like one time somebody gave me one and it had like shoulder pads in it, and I was like, this is just like the wrong vibe.
You gotta lie.
And I just go, oh man, this is amazing. But then it sucks because I'm like, they're never gonna see me wear it. You know?
Just lie.
And I do appreciate it. I'm
Just
like,
lie.
That's very sweet.
It looks
yeah.
like the Solo Jazz paper cup.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sending it
100%.
You're
to
so
Alex
right.
now.
You're so
Yeah.
right. It really does.
So can we throw this up for the viewers? Listeners, you'll just have to remember the Solo Jazz.
It was
paper
also the
cup.
Fuck Jerry logo for a while, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because they steal a
He
lot,
just
don't
stole the whole vibe.
they?
Yeah.
Stole the whole cup.
Yeah.
This is a
It was a
classic
wild
design.
move.
This is a classic design.
Yeah.
It screams nostalgia. This is a good one.
You're not just saying that like I'm one of your fans, are you?
Yeah, this is very good. I would happily shit all over it if it was a bad one.
Thank you so much.
It's also not loud, like
yeah,
physically
yeah.
loud.
Some
It's
of
a
them
good
are
material.
crinkly, like you would
Yeah.
not believe.
I'm very happy about it.
That's
So
big.
cross that off my thrift list. Thank you. Shout out. Should I do my news or should we do Tom's?
Yeah, might as well do your news.
Okay, well I believed some fake news.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How fake though? Once you realized it was fake.
So fucking fake.
I think I may have
Really?
seen this on your phone as I was prepping some voice memos. Does it involve a certain totalitarian?
You know it involves my favorite totalitarian regime on the planet Earth, North Korea, my favorite.
Yeah. What happened?
I was so excited.
You thought they fell?
Oh no, that would be
Oh,
bad
damn.
news.
He'd be devastated.
Like I said, I love North Korea because it is a thing you can always use to deny the existence of God, to sort of appreciate what you have. North Korea is
Yeah.
you're so upset. North Korea, as great as it would be as great as it would be for everyone on planet Earth to be free and thriving, I think a little bit of North Korea always reminds you that you could be in North Korea.
Sure.
So
It's
what-
kind of like you're using this like Catholics use hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
could
I'm
be
sort of an
worse.
atheist. As
your-
an atheist, there's North
it's your
Korea.
hell.
There's always North Korea.
So what is the news?
Oh, the news is, so North Korea finished their beach resort. They have this isn't the fake part yet. They have a beachy area that they've
Yeah.
been working on forever that they say is like a resort.
Yeah.
And I think it's finally done because they said they were going to open it up to tourists. Like I think Russians can go there right now.
What?
Now, here's the piece of news that's fake that I believed. And thank God I went and fact check it. Guys, you gotta fact check, okay? You need to fact check and you need to check the sources that you're reading. North Korea offers LGBT memberships to foreign
Yo,
travelers.
come on.
That look.
Also,
look.
wait,
For shame!
can you show us?
Yeah, show
what
us the.
the infographic was.
That's
That's what
crazy.
you
I'll
believe.
send it to Alex.
That's
That's a
crazy.
believe
Canva
it.
background.
That's like. I don't even think the outfit, the smile, and the background happened on the same day. There's a chance he's never worn that outfit.
It's so funny that you're like, the
Guys.
propaganda is out of control, and it's like clearly made in 8 seconds.
It feels like you ever have a friend who's like, I want to share something with you, and then you're like, what is it that you want to talk about? And they're like, I found the truth, and then they take you to a website with like the worst HTML you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys, I
like-
just want to say,
yeah,
I did go and fact check it.
yeah, sure.
I did.
And it
Uh-huh.
was, yeah.
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 It wasn't
the
even
thing is,
anywhere else on the
This is one
internet.
of those Instagram accounts that reposts headlines with like a graphic. So some
Oh, so
of the
they
stuff,
got by it?
I don't know. I don't think that North Korea has even put out this propaganda. I
Right,
don't
but
know
whoever
where-
started that.
What's that?
Of the resort itself?
So
or-
I'll go to the post.
But I have pulled up photos of the resort.
Also,
This is a news story from The Guardian. It says Kim Jong-un opens pet project beach resort in North Korea in pictures.
it's just called Beach Resort?
No, it's called...
It has a crazy
It's labeled
name.
North Korea's Waikiki by South Korean media. It's the Wonsan Kalma coastal tourist area.
Can you actually say it in the dialect, though?
I'll put it in Google Translate
That's
here.
so wild.
But here is
Wait,
here's some
rainbows.
photos of it.
Scroll up.
Well, that's
we
just
know the origin.
Wow, Dick.
that's just because it's fun.
Wow, that guy is thin. North Korea.
God damn.
This is him. This is our
And he's
boy.
the one at the resort.
This is our boy. Sort of. That's the opening ceremony. He's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
This is, I guess, people taking a bus to it. Smiley face buses. That's pretty fun.
That's happy times.
These are the rooms. Good looking rooms. We got beach.
Oh my God.
We got children looking at a screen is the only descriptor here. Families at the beach.
So why? Can you scroll up real quick?
Yes.
Why is that ring in the air? Did somebody throw
I think
it?
someone threw their tube.
They're staging fun.
Yeah.
Someone threw their tubes. Yes.
Okay,
mean-
because that looks like some bad clip art. The
Oh,
way
it
that
di-
it's
it
just
did look
not even on a
photoshopped.
body.
They were like more inner tubes.
Yeah.
Into the AI prompt, yeah.
And we got people playing. They're having a good time.
Is
We
it
got-
one family
Oh,
allowed
look
at a
this.
time?
This is a great photo. Kim Jong Un is just watching a guy
Sitting down
fly
watching
off of
a water slide is just so funny.
Thank God he's turned away because he's absolutely rock hard right now.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. So, all right.
Nice.
Were you about to ask who's allowed there?
Tandem bikes.
I was asking if one family's allowed at a time because
Right,
a
there's
lot
not.
of
I was
those
going to say the same
pictures-
thing, Josh.
And then here we
Not
have
enough
the
people at the
beautiful-
grand opening.
The
Yeah.
beautiful, it's Wonsan Kalma.
I bet it's cheap.
Yeah. I bet they're opening a comedy room.
I love our dictator so much.
How much do you love
him?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he has a favorite comedian or if he likes comedy at all. Just because he loves like sports, he
Yeah,
loves
Dennis
like
Rodman.
yeah, but like I mean, I think he has so much more of a grasp on like American entertainment than people realize. Like,
Well, he
like
went to he was educated in Europe.
yeah. So I just think he probably likes a bunch of things that we don't know about.
Kim Jong Un liked your reel.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, this could be big if he shares it. Like, I don't like it, but it could get some eyes on it.
Well, anyway, I Googled the fuck out of whether or
Yeah.
not they were actually offering LGBT memberships to their resort.
And how would an LGBT membership differ from a regular membership?
Comes with a rainbow inner
Like even
tube.
when you thought, even when you thought it was real, how
Josh.
would an LGBT membership like pan out?
Yeah,
I-
Pan's one of them.
I think they said they were giving free memberships, and so look, obviously, I was into it. I was like, can I go to the North Korean beach resort for free?
It's so crazy to want to go to North Korea as an American right now.
That was probably honestly American propaganda to try and get gays to go to North Korea
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
from the Trump
and
administration.
I fell for it. I mean, look, I just want to point out the things that you hear and see on the internet are often not true at a rate much higher than you realize.
As real as they look.
I just want to point out that I bring this stuff.
Yeah.
I am willing to talk about my failures on camera.
Yeah. No, I think that's brave, and I think
Thank you.
that's important. I just think that sometimes the failure. Here's the thing. I think what you're doing is the right thing. I'm just saying when you do it, sometimes I can see why other people keep it to themselves. Like just
Totally.
there's
Yeah.
a small part of me that's like, oh dang, because I'm sure I got by something.
I definitely
and I
have.
didn't even remember it.
Right.
That's how much hubris I have. Where I'm like, all right, somebody got me, but it's rare. I'll never let it happen again. And then Ashley comes on. I was like, I got duped by this fake news from this very fake looking Instagram post, and I'm not making fun of you at all because I'm sure.
Yes, you are.
No, I've
It's
believed.
okay.
I'm sure I believed at least like 2 a week.
Honestly, I'm not shocked that you're making fun of me because, you're so privileged you're out there being like, are things so bad? So of course you're gonna.
That's not a thing
You
that I
practically
ever
write
said.
the propaganda.
That's not true at all.
true.
You know,
You did it.
You're
You saw
just
it.
Sort of saying
Yeah, I
things.
saw. It was on camera. We could go back. I
Yeah,
think
we
there
can
was
play
a.
it.
I think
Actually,
there was a
Alex,
beautiful
will you
moment.
play it again in slow mo? Thank you. In the edit, Alex, slow mo.
Yeah. Play the thing that doesn't exist. You know.
Look, is it really that bad? Because the updates are coming whether you know them or not.
Actually, Josh, given how much you've said that how bad are things out there, I think you deserve on this episode white excellence.
Two things that have never and will
You
never
made it,
happen.
Josh.
No,
You made
no,
it to
no.
the level.
I did not say that. I did not say it like that. That's not the thing that I said.
I think you said, "Why is
Also,
everyone
why is it-
complaining so much?"
Have you been trying to pound people lopsided?
I'm giving
This
you a
is
little.
not. That's not a substantial pound. Like
You want it like this?
no. It's just you're.
I think
the
it's
way
supposed
that
to be
you're doing
up like this.
That's worse. Yeah. It just feels like you're doing like a thumb down version of the Obama.
Be careful, Josh. I do have a disability.
No, I'm just saying. Like, is that,
You're on very shaky ground here.
how could I be on shaky ground when I'm just calling out the fact that you got one knuckle that's like really pointing further than the others?
This is my natural fist.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Hate to see white excellence fall like that. It's tough to watch.
Okay. Well, Tommy, what's news with you?
I don't know. This is I'm journaling for the first time in my life.
Let's go. I'm journaling every day.
But it's kind of an embarrassing way. I have I've bought probably 20 journals over the course of my life, and I'm like, I'm going to be a journal guy now.
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to get a new moleskin, a great pen.
And I always write, and the first 2 days, maybe, sometimes it's just the first day, I have an entry, and I'm like, I'm going to be a journal guy now. And then I just fall off. But my sister gave me this thing where it's like for a 6-year-old. It's essentially like a fill-in-the-blank daily journal. And it's working, and I'm embarrassed by how I've done it almost every day
You're like
for a
tracking
month.
your mood. Like today, I feel this.
It's literally it's 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make the day good, and an affirmation. And it's like a worksheet.
Feels like
It's a baby journal.
Yes.
it feels like when, as an adult, you get on a tricycle and you're like, this is better.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, I got on a tricycle after 18. I was like, nah, dog, we messed up.
yeah.
Like,
Why did we make it hard?
Why did we take away a wheel?
Wow, that's exactly
Ooh.
what it is.
Because it's crazy how sometimes when you're staring at a blank page and you're trying to you've made the goal of I want to express my day and everything about it, everything I feel today onto this blank page, and you're taking 2 things that feel impossible in the moment and you're trying to do both of them at the same time. Because the blank page is staring at you with a bunch of say it. Say what you want to say. And then your brain is also like, what did I do today?
Yeah.
And they're both happening in one ear, and so you don't do anything. Because I've also ceased
blank
to
page is so
journal
scary
before.
for
But you've tried.
I've tried, I've tried, and then I'll keep it going for a
You
little
don't
while.
need to. You're looking at that dish guide. You
You're
have too much
meditating in your
going
own
on.
right.
Look, I was using it as an example. I was using it as an example. I was not on Dish. I was on DirecTV. And
Doesn't make it better.
And so, so I feel like that, and when you have the guide, it's like you at least felt this thing today. So the guide could, I'm not trying to ruin the guide for you, but the guide could make one page 365 times. You could just do 3 things you're grateful for every day, and that
Right.
would be journaling.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
think what I didn't know before is that it is supposed to be like an in the moment thing. And so the first day of journaling, I would write down all of my thoughts that I have about life right now. And then the next day you're like, well, it's all the same shit from yesterday.
Yeah.
I already wrote all that down.
Do you write in the morning or in the evening?
Now this one is a morning and night.
Okay.
So it's whenever I start my day, I do it. And then the nighttime one is just 3 highlights of the day.
Okay.
I do think that less people would get in trouble if we journaled again. And because I've journaled in the past, there are a lot of things I have not said that I think can only be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then it's like you can't even save yourself from like a comedy perspective because the premise from the very basis of the idea is so like off color or hateful that there is no subversion that you're like, and then this is where the comedy comes in. It's like, no, this is actually on my worst day as like a 14-year-old boy, I was like very angry and I thought this thing and it was terrible. And I'm glad that I wrote it down because it had to come out somehow.
Yes.
And it's like, that's also, journaling would fix a lot of like issues for dudes completely. Because sometimes I'll even see like, my dad's friends or something like that. People who are like older and they'll have an ulcer. And I'm like, yeah, that's like 3 things. Like, that's like somebody you should have punched years ago.
Yeah.
And then it's also like a thing you should have said that you never said. And
An
then
apology
it's like
that
a
never
thing
came
that you've been holding in. And it's like, at least write it down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Could also be Advil.
It could be
a ton of
Advil, yeah.
Journaling can provide a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
Does it do that for you, even though it's like limited?
I think it's like a little bit. The only thing I'm noticing is like it's a little bit of gratitude. It's a little bit of a positive mindset.
It's more of
That's
a
helping.
you're doing a gratitude practice.
Yeah, that's all
really.
it is.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's also why someone reading your journal is such an epic violation because we have to fight now. Because you know stuff about me.
You know what
that
I'm grateful for.
You wouldn't even.
And that's pussy shit.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't even sit down and tell me the things you just read about me.
Like, I realized yesterday that I wrote down like in the front, like if lost, please return to, and I wrote my name.
I put my sister's name.
Why would I? That's
No
so
one-
diabolical.
Wow.
No one.
I want to
Yeah.
be like, if you find this, like yourself or something. Like I don't know. I don't want anyone to ever admit to have seen this.
Do you think though that like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to, when you journal, are you actually putting anything in there that you are like, if anyone ever saw this, I'd be through? Like,
Not like through. I'd be embarrassed. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
soft,
Yeah.
like
No,
sad
no.
boy stuff.
When I journal, I'm like, let's just get it all out there so that I don't think about this anymore.
So it's
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
therapeutic.
Very, very, because it's just like once you write the thing out, you get to decide. It's almost as good as saying it. That's why there are all those people who like write those emails they never send or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
you're
a
like-
lot of research that shows that even just journaling is such a high quality therapeutic.
Because literally, when you look back at it, you're like,
Jesus Christ.
you'll know if it was too much or not.
Yeah.
We should probably go to our
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for being our correspondents in the field.
That's a little.
What?
Let's make a clarification.
What?
Thank you for joining our Patreon and giving us money.
Yeah, some of you, but others that just listen and enjoy the show.
Patreon.com/WNWY. If you're not
You're also very
signed
important.
up, you're
And
not.
we-
Whoa, dude.
we
This is
love-
America.
We love that you listen. We love.
Unless you're participating
that
in
you-
capitalism, are you important? Are you creating jobs?
Sounds like there's
If-
a lot of people looking for a handout that listen to this
That's what
pod.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Look.
don't donate to this,
You're still
stealing from
great.
Alex.
You're still great.
You're not a productive
that
member
you
of
watch,
society.
and we love that you comment. We love that you meet each other in the live and everything. All that stuff is very important.
This
the
is
Patreon,
disgusting.
The Patreon is a helpful
You're
bonus.
probably on food stamps.
This is
You
so,
probably
so
don't even need the food
we-
stamps, and you're taking them from kids. And
we-
that's why
we
we
need-
passed the big,
Beautiful
beautiful
bill.
bill. We passed the big, beautiful bill.
I lost
Patreon-
healthcare so that you also would lose healthcare.
Exactly.
Look.
Patreon.com/WNWY. It will not be going to Tommy's healthcare.
Thank you for listening and watching, and disregard a lot of, if not
What
all,
Josh said.
of what Ashley
What Josh said.
Okay,
Remember-
that's not.
Josh said today,
No,
is it
I
so
didn't.
bad out there?
No, I didn't.
Which is why you
no,
should be
no, I didn't. But
subscribed to our Patreon.
we look forward to seeing you there.
if you're paying.
Speaking of the Patreon, this first story comes from an executive producer. This is from our executive producer, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
This news brought me so much joy this morning that I had to immediately become an executive producer so that I could share it far and wide. I live fairly near Levi's Stadium, which is the San Francisco 49ers football stadium, also used for other events. And Levi's Stadium is located in Santa Clara, California, which is nearly 50 miles.
I gotta say, hell of a reporter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, really good background.
Really
info.
putting us there.
I'm glad that we know that other events.
Yeah,
happen.
I'm glad we know Taylor Swift performed there to add some color. Sorry, Laura.
San Francisco. So we have this amazing bicycle pedestrian trail that runs through Santa Clara along a creek, and it goes directly past Levi's Stadium. And actually, the stadium's on one side of the trail, the parking lot is on the other side of the trail. This morning, it's a Friday morning, office workers, they're heading into work, all the tech jobs, because we're right in the heart of Silicon Valley here. And Santa Clara Dispatch received several community calls, they say, presumably from these tech workers on their electric bikes going into work on the trail.
Pause it. A lot of disdain in her voice.
Yeah, something's coming.
Yep.
The calls were about two strange individuals headbanging alone in the Levi's Stadium parking lot. And since
Wait, can you pause? This sounds like the beginning of Fight Club. Like this is gonna lead to something. Like these two people are gonna be so important 5 years from now, and everybody will be like, "Who could have seen them coming?" And it's like
Laura
only
did.
Laura.
about two strange individuals headbanging alone in the Levi's Stadium parking lot. And since I guess there was nothing more pressing happening in Santa Clara this morning, units responded quickly.
Wait, yeah, pause. This so couldn't happen in New York. This is just one of those things where you think about these Silicon Valley nerds. Who on earth is going to see someone headbanging and call 911?
That's too much concern for your fellow man.
We could go find 14 of these people.
Yeah,
Because I
right
can tell you
now.
right
Square
now,
block radius.
Yeah.
headbanging by yourself, if I see that anywhere, I'm like, you know what? They gonna work it out.
Yeah. That's journaling right there. They are
That
getting
is
something
their
out.
version of journaling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Man.
really don't understand the concern.
Yeah. It's just that, like, it's just that kind of guy that would be like, I don't want to see this, so I'm calling the police.
I pay so many fucking property taxes for this shit. Yeah. It's my uncle.
So when they got there, the police officers made contact with these two individuals who identified themselves only as Beavis and Butt-Head.
Yes.
Yeah. Way
Yeah.
more in on them.
Let's
No,
go.
no. This is incredible.
They are the heroes. They are the protagonists
Honestly,
in this story.
This is why the studios are behind. I'll tell you this right now. Because if you have a Beavis and Butt-Head movie coming out, even if it's not coming out till 2029, I think you start doing this stuff. You get two unknown
Oh my
actors
God.
and you get them arrested over and over again on misdemeanors that you could then make a movie out of. You get all the footage of them being arrested, all the mug shots.
Honestly, Josh, don't put this out on
Josh,
the internet.
this
This
is
is too
genius.
good an idea.
Yeah.
You have to keep
Can
this
you
under wraps.
cut this,
I think we gotta cut
please?
this. Because that is brilliant.
But yeah, I'm blown away that
This
this
is
is
like
happening.
Nathan for you shit.
Yeah.
Only as Beavis and Butt-Head. And our good friends Beavis and Butt-Head said that they had arrived 12 hours early for this evening's Metallica concert.
Yes!
That will be at the stadium.
Yeah,
Because-
the only thing that could have been better than Metallica is Creed.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, these guys, they're just gonna maybe have the best day of their life.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to think that these two guys are actually the most uptight dudes you could meet. Maybe some Silicon Valley guys who decide to let loose for one day in a Ferris Bueller's Day Off style.
Yeah.
And they are immediately accosted by other like tight, two strung up and wound type dudes that are in suits with ties that don't match. And
I just want to say, I would love this amount of joy.
Yeah.
I would love to be so excited about something that I start that activity 12 hours before other people get there, and it is totally socially unacceptable for me to do it by myself.
And it's not tailgating.
Yeah.
Because people get to hide a lot of like what's fun about being there before the game behind tailgating and getting drunk. It's like, just say you want to make some friends.
Yeah. You want to blast music and hang out with your friends.
You want to move your body in a primal way that brings out endorphins and joy.
Way before your only hobby, which is football.
Right.
Like, honestly, if you engage
It's not about the football.
It's not about the football. If you engage in a bunch of other things, you wouldn't even need tailgating.
It's about, and Metallica's not about Metallica. It's about shaking your body and letting the rage out of it.
And finding a community that wants to do that with you.
Yeah.
Give yourself a concussion. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You know
Life will hit you in the head.
Yeah. Why are you waiting for an external concussion when you could have an internal concussion?
Be your own piano falling on your head.
Yes.
You are both the head and the wall.
A metaphor that's not a metaphor.
Oh, man. Wait, is this... we have more from Laura? Oh, hell yeah.
Metallica concert that will be at the stadium because, quote, this concert's gonna melt faces. But they told the officers that they were there to, quote, score nachos and unleash unstoppable metal vibes.
Yes.
Can you pause it? Can you pause
nachos.
it? Whoa. When we talk about scoring nachos, that means somebody went out into the world and was like, I could Google Maps. All right? I could ask questions. Or I could see who's cool. I could go out and I could ask person by person, hey, you know where to get nachos?
I'm trying to score some nachos.
I would also love if score some nachos in the local area is code for cocaine. And everyone keeps giving me cocaine and I really want nachos.
Yeah.
I gotta say, also, I love that they're saying this to the cops. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, and they're speaking in their own dialect, which is so
not unless
funny.
they snorted nachos all
Nah,
morning.
it's just me and Beavis trying to score some nachos, put out unstoppable metal vibes. Unstoppable? Was that what
You're not even gonna recognize me later because my face is gonna be melted.
I know that you wish you could stop these vibes with your little Glock.
Can't.
But they won't be stopping, all right? Because even when my blood is spilled in the parking lot, the vibes will be radiating out of me.
It's gonna spell out vibe as it goes across the floor.
Yeah. Then it's all gonna go back into me because I'm unstoppable. Okay?
God.
As the blood flows back into my body, you gonna fill me full of lead because you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be terrified and you're gonna want to stop the vibes as you can't.
And do you know where I could score some nachos?
To those two individuals, to Beavis and Butt-Head, I would like to say, rock on, and thank you for making this an amazing Friday.
That's just the best thing.
Yeah.
We need more people like this.
Laura, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being
That's
executive
incredible
producer,
news.
and thank you for reporting.
Well, it's really the
news.
bare minimum that you can do to be an executive producer.
It's
So
not true
It's
at all.
actually great. And we
It's
really appreciate
it's really great.
It's either that or be broke. I don't know.
Also,
Your choice.
one of my favorite genres of conversation, I've started to file them away because living in New York for almost 10 years, I've seen a lot of it. I love when someone on drugs sees the cops coming and is like, the only way I could categorize this type of conversation is, officer, thank God you here. Because when I tell you, I've watched so many conversations where the person who had police called on them is like, officer, ooh, I would have called you myself,
I
but
got
you know
stuck-
what? and
People's
then
faces are going to be melting.
then-
The vibe is going to be unstoppable.
And then they tell the cop everything, and the cop is like, "Oh yeah, you definitely on drugs. I definitely need to take you in." And they look flabbergasted that they're the ones.
Yeah, they're pantsless
Yeah.
in Thompson Square Park,
Yeah.
and they're like,
No.
"I'm happy you're here."
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, they didn't get arrested though, right? I don't.
No report from Laura on that. I could try and do some independent
I
investigation.
mean, they're not breaking
If they
the
got
law.
arrested, that
Yeah.
would we this is dystopian America.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
that-
If you can't unleash unstoppable metal vibes,
I feel like you saying unstoppable metal vibes to the police instantly gets you arrested, and they will find the charge later.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I think what I did
Do you want
was
some Visine?
no, it's okay. I'll just
Your
wash
big,
my eyes
beautiful
out
eyes.
later. Basically, what I think happened was I was petting Franklin, and then I touched my eye with the same hand I was petting Franklin, and I'm a bit allergic.
Are you
to
talking about
cats.
Fulton?
Fulton.
Did you just give my black cat a black name?
Is Franklin black?
Is Fulton not black?
Fulton's white.
Fulton does sound white. Franklin also sounds white.
Yeah, Franklin is pretty white.
I'm pretty sure you just gave my
Franklin
cat a black
Ben
my black
is
cat
the
a black
most
name.
famous one.
Yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah,
like
oh,
Benjamin
yeah.
Franklin.
Yeah, because you know why.
No, but
Come
Franklin.
on, Josh, don't make me say it.
I don't know a black Franklin.
I don't know a
yes, there
single
are.
black.
Can you
I know
look
the
up famous
turtle.
black Franklins, please?
Yeah, but if you Google
Type
it specifically,
famous
Yeah.
black Franklins.
I want you to name a famous black Franklin before we
First of
get
all,
to-
you can't use Franklin as a. Yes, there is one. I have one in my mind. I'm struggling.
Don't say anything yet, Alex, until Ashley gives us one black Franklin.
Doesn't even need to be famous. Could just be a guy you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. See,
friend Franklin.
don't know. He giving
White
you ways
excellence.
out.
Nope. I almost fell for it. God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
If we didn't fit white excellence for the Metallica guys, we're not
Yeah.
doing it now.
I think that Franklin is just as why have a name as Fulton.
well, are you giving up?
Yeah, I'm giving up.
Oh, you give it up. Oh, you're
Yeah.
giving up.
See, I'm not this girl.
So not even Google can find someone with the first name Franklin. But it is a pretty common. It's
Google said it's actually a white as hell name.
Marina Franklin. Marina Franklin.
It is a common. It is a more common a black surname
'Kay.
like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah,
Aretha Franklin.
yeah,
Aretha.
but,
How do we
same,
not?
though.
but Franklin as a name.
There's some cartoon character. There's a Franklin.
It's a turtle.
I do think Ashley accidentally subscribes to the same logic that a lot of black kids subscribe to growing up, which is any green character is black.
Yeah, actually, I am
Okay.
thinking
Like you know,
about
like
that a
you know,
little
like
bit. What is
Piccolo
that?
in like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Piccolo is like the only black one.
Yeah.
I also feel like this thing. Tell me if you disagree, but I feel like this thing is good for the Patreon.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
should. Yes, definitely.
We are an hour 36.
Jesus
in,
Christ.
By the way,
Okay.
We have to
and we
stop
do have a taping
podcasting.
at 2:00.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
We must
Well,
stop. Stop.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
being
thank
our
Thank you for
guest
having me. I
anchor.
hope it was good. This was very fun.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a
really good
great start
episode.
to
Where
the
can
week.
people find you?
I'm some kid Tommy on all the socials. I'm on like my own tour right now. I don't know. Got a bunch of Texas dates coming up. DC, Minneapolis, Charlotte. Everything's at somekidtommy.com. And yeah,
It's nice to
got
see
some
you
stuff
popping
coming out.
off. I'm very excited for
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You guys rule. I'm a big fan of both of you.
And thanks for donating. Thank you for signing up for our
Yeah.
Patreon.
Thanks for just watching. Thanks for hanging out with us and spending this time together. We appreciate you, and we hope that you make friends in the live.
Yes, yeah. But please remember, watch live. It really helps us. Live at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays. And we're in there a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm in acting class right now, so I haven't been as active, but I'll be back.